What is up, everyone? Happy New Year's, everyone. It's me, Gamer Lush. I know I've been addressing a lot because a lot of those episodes were pre-recorded. I've got around to catching up with my crazy everyday life. And, after the holidays, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are in the same situation of financial trouble I am in that, well, not trouble, just my money's... I did enjoy my Christmas holiday and my New Year's. I was planning on making themed episode, but my account was done and I couldn't renew it because it's either that or buy gifts for people. And sorry guys, I like to buy gifts for people. The whole sharing and caring, it can be fun. I did get so I get a couple good gifts. Of course, the regular cash that was spent on paying bills. Isn't that always the way? Another awesome friend of mine's my roommate, Cobra Commander. You saw there a couple episodes back, I believe. Got me some Grey Goose. So yeah, I've been nursing this like crazy, not even a shot, maybe a shot a day. I've been making sure to putting in the cokes and make it last out long. But for this one, I'm going to be drinking a couple shots to celebrate with you guys in the New Year's. Oh god, awesome! Another awesome fan of the show, sent me this awesome 2014. This might look backwards to you. I'm not sure how it looks on the camera, but thank you very much. This one's for you guys. Happy New Year's! I know it's a little late. Sorry. Smooth. But yeah, guys. Today I'm been playing this game called Card Hunter. This one has been out for actually quite a bit, and I'll be kind of surprised if a lot of you haven't heard of this one. It's a free-to-play browser-based game. Because of my financial stress, I've been playing a lot of free-to-play games, and a lot known for 2013. Probably the biggest thing I can remember, just the upsurgence of free-to-play games. Now I know they've been kind of coming since 2010, 2011, along with like free app phones, and they're just flushing in. And sometimes they're just kind of brought in and they're just sort of thrown at you like cow clickers and all that other bullshit. And games, they're cool when you're on the toilet or waiting in line on your phone, but there's no depth to them. Or this is a game I really wouldn't want to spend money on. So queso facto Smite, probably one of my most favorite games played through that whole year of 2013. Hearthstone, it was pretty good. I'm not the biggest collective card player, TCG person, but that got me in. It was nice and simple, but we'll see how long it lasts. This one caught my eye a couple months ago, and for some reason I forgot about it, stopped playing it. This is around when I was starting the channel and it was getting This is a mixture of Dungeons and Dragons and a TCG. Now you notice it's on a wooden board. It's got this little map drawn out. Nice little stack to it. You got your currency that you have to pay. Well, gold is in-game currency, where pizza is the one where you can spend money on. All right, now I'll explain that later as we get into the game. Now your party is represented by the group carrying the banner here, and you can have more than each party will consist of 3 people. So think of these are your basic. I guess rule set era 1 Dungeons and Dragons characters. You can get a warrior, a cleric, and a wizard. That's about it, which is kind of sad because maybe they'd sneak in there a thief or a ranger, monk, or paladin or whatever. They'll probably expand it. This game has been out for a while, so I'm not really holding my breath, but I'm still getting a really good enjoyment out of it. So you got your character sheets here, and as you start to progress levels, more stuff will be able to unlock. Now, if you see over as I hover my mouse over the items, these cards pop up corresponding to that certain item that I'm wearing. Now, you'll see here, this guy is level 9, so I was able to unlock 3 sets of weapons: a helmet, armor, boots, shield, human skill. Because yes, you can pick the race and the job class. So, let me show that to you in a second. Actually, let me go ahead and do that now. I can exit through here. Now this is a browser-based game, so I kind of had to resize the window here, so it might not fit all the way. Okay, so as you can see, you can recruit, and it doesn't it actually costs you in-game currency. It doesn't actually cost you real money, so which is not a cool thing. So you can make as many parties as you want, or invite as many people to your roster as you want, which is, I think it's cool. Nothing that's limiting you there. That's a good start. So of course you can get the dwarf warrior, human warrior, elven warrior. So dwarf, humans, and elves. The 3 ones. Your 3 standard, box standard races and classes. And you get your human priest, your elf priest, your dwarf priest, your human wizard, your elf wizard, and your dwarf wizard. The difference, basically, they're pretty basic. Dwarves have more HP, but cannot walk as far. Elves can walk the farthest, but have the lowest amount of HP. And of course, humans are your default. Alright, this was a tavern, so you basically can come to the tavern and recruit a bunch of, so let's say you just want to start the game over or whatever, because you can always redo quest whenever, just as long as they're not on a timer. That's another thing with the whole free-to-play thing. It's on a timer. I'll show that here in a second. Okay, heading back to my headquarters, you can see all this stuff here, all this loot that I've collected over my adventures. Now I can probably sell a lot of these for like gold, so I can buy other pieces, but I don't know, I'm just like a loot hoarder. I just kind of like, you never know when you need that. You never know when you need that. Now, why would you say, shouldn't they just have stats on them? Like, once you get once we get a better piece of armor, it should have better stats on it. The game's really not about stats. It's like I said, a collective card game. So each piece has a bunch of corresponding cards that will randomly be drawn during your turns of combat. And each one of these have a different thing. So of course, like, let's say right here, Shuffle T. I can... Oops. What did I do? Oh. I can right click on it and it'll show me a nice big picture of it. Lets me shuffle team, so it pushes other allies. So I can throw this out and have the 2 other allies in my team move 1 square, whatever they want. Walk. This is a basic movement card. This lets me move 2 squares in a row, depending if there's not any rough terrain around it. Flimsy block. If any block any damage with 2 or less. So let's say a monster hits me for 4, it won't block it. This is just an example, of course. So click out. In each one of these, so you just like from a lot of MMOs, you'll see that it's colored. So green is a uncommon weapon, blue is a rare weapon. I believe I have a purple weapon in here somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, purple weapon is epic weapon, and these give you cards that you wouldn't regularly get and would help you in a situation through the whole game. This one was a pretty decent weapon. I used it for a couple of missions, and after that I found this baby. Because if you look, this is the I like how you can just basically scroll over things and it'll just pull up. So range, of course, this is the range. This is the damage, 14 damage, 4 damage, and it's a stab, like a spear stab, so I can stab over 2 squares, and what have you. So, and then of course I have a bad card here. These black cards are basically disability cards. They'll debuff you in a certain way, and you have to play them. Alright, with that said, alright. So you got the gist of it. Make a party of 3. Each one of them can do different skills. Of course, the wizard can use zap, spells, arcane curse. They can do some blocking and what have you. But it's not as common. So of course, big zap, fire spray. These will cover certain spells. Forceful cone, rusty armor, boots help you walk, wild run. This lets you run for 8 squares. This is actually really damn good. But as you can see, it's a rare item. And then of course the cleric has healing spells. Well, also they can use clubs, of course. The clerics are your box standard D&D fighter clubs, with chainmail and what have you, shields. And of course, a lot of them does healing spells. Basically, your party's healer. 3 damage for each points of damage. It heals you. So this is like a strike, but it heals you for every points of damage it does. Cool. I also have heals, blessing healings. This is basically like a renew. Regain or whatever. You basically get a bunch of HP back, a straight heal, a misguided heal. This one's kind of weird. So it'll hit you for 2, but then heals you back up for 4 if your armor roll is successful. Okay. And then a couple other things: healing raise, purge. All these things. It gives a good explanation down here at the bottom. So if you ever wonder like what a card does, it never leaves you in the dark. Very good on explanation. And you can also check like all the other stuff and stuff. It also lets you know, look, right here on the bottom, if you can see it, I hope, it'll say Wizard Freyers, level 6 for a staff, not usable by this class, so you can't use it. So you gotta go to Wizard, and it's usable. And also, you can see as the slots light up green, you can know that they're actually usable by that player. All right. Let's get out of the base. Now you can also go to shops, renew their items about every couple hours or so you can always go back, and the shops actually give you decent items to actually buy and sell or what have you. And with gold. Now you can add gold by, of course, buying it with real money, but the only way you can do that is buying slices of pizza. I'll get it. It kind of has a backstory. You're basically just a bunch of people sitting around in some nerdy guy's basement, and his big brother is teaching him how to play Dungeons and Dragons. It has some silly cuteness at some parts, but you know it could be washed over. Basically, you can basically ignore all of it. You can actually sign up for a month, once a month. Actually, you get the basic edition, gives you 100 pizzas, unlocks all the, I think, treasure hunting adventures, the extra figurines, which I'll show you here in a sec. So you can buy those for 25, 300, 3 slices for 10. I am not buying 50 slices. I'm not buying any of this, actually. I am playing this because it's free. So nuts to that. So you can even buy up to 3,800 pieces of pizza for $100. I never got how people could spend that much money on these free-to-play games, but there are people out there that do that. I couldn't do that. Nuts to that. Anyway, so alright, exit there. So we have 2 shops, one with regular items, one with this is a regular item shop, so nothing's too specific to need. Like, you don't need to be a really high level. These are like, this is like your basic starter shop, and then as you go on, the more expensive shop opens up for you. Then you get the chest and barrel. This is a random thing where you can buy barrels or use pizza, and it has a chance to get you items, like 2 random items from up to 1 to 8. So of course the better ones cost pizza, so real life money. 5 random items, rare or better, or 5 items 2 epic, rare or better, from 1 to 18. Alright, so of course I'd stay away from that, because I've been actually getting pretty good, decent pieces of gear just by playing the game. Nothing really has been unlocked, and I was able to traverse the game. I've had some problems where I actually had to use a certain type of strategy. So the game does have difficulty, and it's like just like it kind of play to win because you can get that epic loot, but it still has that randomness. And then the Cuthbert's costumes. All this is basically buying figurines to make your guys, this person, look different. They give you a free one, which is kind of cool. I chose, I think, because you can just switch them out and it basically changes what your character looked like. I thought this cleric looked better. This is cool little scythe, armored skeleton kind of looking guy, and the Chinese monk with the huge, man, I forgot what that club was called. It's basically a sword breaker. And you can go into different races, elves, warriors, the class types, wizards, priests, and you have basically changed. You can grab the screen. Can I do this? No, I can't. Okay, I didn't even tried that before. Alright, our Annie. I think they added a bunch, a couple more than what they used to have. Ooh, this is like an undead guy from before, but I'm pretty sure they'll add more as the month goes on. I'm happy with what I got so far. I kind of want to unlock this guy here. Yeah, this huge armored cladded bruiser right here, and change it out for my warrior. Or I get this Chinese themed kind of warrior right here. That's kind of sweet. I like the whole bouncing whatever. Alright, let's go do a mission. Alright, enough talk. Let's fight! Let's fight! Before we start, guys, cheers. Oh, no. Don't spill the sweet nectar of life. A lot smoother. Okay. Let us do this one. Now, you'll notice that there's glowing eyes in these buildings. These are ones I haven't done before. But you can go back and redo these for... You can't grind so much because it doesn't give you that much XP, but you can get some decent, like, more chances for loot. Alright, so of course you see the little picture. It lets you know who's in your party. Click on start the party. And suggestion levels from 8 to 9. We're all level 9. Fantastic. How many fights? There are 3 in this campaign. Gives you a quick lore. Rumors had it that the decadent and cruel Lord Stafford has a vast hoard of treasure magically hidden in one of his many estates. The only way for anyone to find the true location is to ask an enchanted sentinel compass that doesn't keep in Stanford's Summer Hall Library. To liberate the treasure, you must first find the compass of Zorg. Zorg? Alright, and as you can see, you can move the table around. It's kind of cool. Let's start this witch. Usually, like, when you start a new one, you'll see, like, Gary, the dungeon master, chime in as, like, oh man, this looks like an adventure. This is like an exciting adventure, blah blah blah, and then his brother coming, like you would even know what adventures is. If you were to get the 2nd edition of Caverns and Creatures, you know that Zorlok wizards can only cast certain. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. All right. As you can see, it sets a little Dungeon Dragon, so it's like the coffee stain. Deck of cards, your little intuition cards, and you know, your dice, your 10-sided dice, what have you. These are just aesthetics. It gives you a chat log, what cards are in the hand of the enemy, but of course they're hidden to you, as your cards should be hidden to them. Flies. Hopefully, the computer's hopefully not cheating. And of course your characters start here. Now, if for people who are not aware of like Dungeons and Dragons, it's a grid style board, but to a lot of people it's like, oh, this kind of looks like a strategy game, like a RPG strategy. It's basically what it is. So we're gonna start off with the warrior, and you go, the dungeon master goes. You go, the dungeon master goes. Basically like that. So you can choose whoever goes first. It doesn't matter. I always like to, of course, put the warrior up front because, as by standard, the warrior tank, blah blah blah. And of course, the dogs get the initiative. We're going to have my cleric walk up to here. Alright, there goes the... Okay, he uses him, and I'll have her come up to here. Can she shoot a bolt? Yes. So now I can right-click, look at the card more detail, and any of these. You can just right-click on them. Just make to double check. Grant, you should know what's in your character's hand before you start a fight to be prepared. So I'm gonna have a user Sorcerer's Blast on this gentleman over here. Now you saw that buff card I used. Once you draw a buff card, you have to use it right away. I know it's kind of weird, but and I sometimes forget that I even have them like activated. So, alright, so we're gonna have our warrior go. We're gonna have him bludgeoning. Okay, now he has a parry card. Those will pop up. Sorry, they're popping up way too fast, guys. You can actually change that. I just had it to where I'm like, I can't read every single card. Just as like you saw that parry card. That was a passive card that stays in your hand as long as before you discard it. A lot of this can be explained to you once you start your own account. All you have to do is basically like give him an email address and then do a little name and a password, and you're set to go. These passive cards will basically activate anytime I'm attacked. So I have Thick Armored and Shimmering Aura. These are defensive cards I just keep in my hand. I can't use them, but they still help me. Shoot, her back is facing, so he can just come back and backstab her because blocking doesn't work that way. Well, let's go ahead and work on this guy that we have right here anyways. Alright. Uh-oh, doggies are closing in. Let's see if we can finish this guy off. Yeah! Alright, so it goes through because he rolled it. Ouch! Alright, and this is the gist of it, guys, really. I know it's like seems really simplistic, but for a free-to-play game, this is quite alright. And I haven't spent a single dime. Trust me, guys, I do not like spending money on free-to-play games. For one, it helps me realize how the game stands on its own merits as being a good game without having to pay extra money, forcing you to pay extra money for. Alright, I'm going to pass. Once everyone's passed their turn, because I can't do anything. Okay, the armor kicks in. So both of you, the dungeon masters pass and you pass, you get to redraw some more cards. But you can't have more than 2 cards in your hand. So I'm going to toss Shimmering Orb because 3 armor. This armor only prevents damage from magic and projectile, and these guys don't have magic or projectile, so I don't need that. So we're gonna click that, get rid of it. Fresh set of cards. All right. My warrior, as usual, has no attack cards. Great, you are useless. Here, pop up here and absorb some damage. Okay, you come up here. Now, why did you put her up in the main lines? Well, she can do Amber Spray and hit both of these guys with burning attacks. Oh, crap. And she can get the hell up out of there. Oh, no, stay away from me. Evil doggy. Yeah! Alright, cool. I guess we'll heal you. Alright, got the armor test, so I got the full heal. Now, if I failed that armor test, it would have only healed me for 2. Because it damaged you. It's weird. It's a weird card. So, this is the one thing, the randomness of the card draw. Like, guys, you notice how I hate randomness. Besides, because it kind of determines the amount of skill that you have in the game. But, it's so frustrating. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to pass. Well, we'll do Unwavering Faith on him. Discard your oldest cards. And we're going to do it on him. Discard your card. So you can't do squat. Oh, but he keeps doing the call to give him cards in his hand. That sucks. Alright, let's pass. No one can do anything anyway. We'll get rid of your move card because you're pretty much surrounded, so. Alrighty then. 1 attack card. Thanks. Thanks, Heart of the Cards. Thanks. Alright, we're gonna blow your armor so you can't block or use your armor against this attack. Oh, you can parry. La-dee-da. Ow! Okay, let's go ahead and kill this dog, hopefully. Yo! Where you going, Fido? That's animal cruelty, I know. But after Walking Dead, I don't really have much love for animals right now. Yeah! Alright, let's see here. We can't do squad-do, so we're gonna pass. Oh no. Okay, whew, that was close. Ah! Gotta pass again. Oh, that spiked helmet knew, because if the spike helmet succeeded, it would have hurt them back. But, you know. Oh man, my warrior's getting beat the hell up. They are ganging up on him. Alright, come on, give me some heal cards, baby. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, we'll use that. That increases my healing. Bruiser, okay. And still only has 1 freaking attack card. Come on! Alright. We're gonna do Divine Touch. Hopefully kill the dog? Or, no, we should do... Yeah, he can't block. Yeah! And that means I can use this because you're back to my wizard. You shouldn't do that, brah. Shouldn't have done that, brah. Okay, now hopefully we can use this... What's this? Train Bludgeon. This has a 6 and he has 6. Let's see if we can... And he's not facing me, so he can't block it. Yeah. 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 Alright, let's move him here. Simple strike. Oh, I'm gonna hit my warrior. Dissolve your armor. Alright, it's facing you instead of me, so let's run this way. Because these guys won't attack. These are just villagers and they don't attack for some reason. Oh, ow! Ow! Okay, pass. Come on, come on. Pass. Alright, give me some more cards. Get rid of this stuff. Like again. Oh, okay, good. Alright, let's get him in there. Alright, kid. Alright, get him. Yeah, he's gonna stab him Nice moves. Alright, we'll zap him with the only attack card that I have. And hopefully these guys will survive the onslaught because they didn't give me any more attack cards. That's the only main problem I have with this game. It's too random. Like the whippy cards. Like, now I got nothing but move cards, so like move her all the way over here. Why not? She can avoid some damage. Let's run her. over here. Pass. You can't do anything. These guys are just trumpeting their butts off. Alright, discard the unreliable block. Why not? Why not? Okay, now she gets a heal card. Fantastic. Fantastical. We're on a fantastic voyage, people. Rod, zippy rod. On him. He's gonna die. Let's go ahead and just heal her. Why not? Dash. Big zap on his big. Yo! And we won victorious! Oh, we are victorious! Therefore, the aftermath with the state defense breached, you may now climb up into the main house itself. With clever use of a rope and climbing spikes, you quickly ascend to the main house, a measure for the cellars directly into the kitchen. They give you the what's going on. And then they give you a chest to open. Okay, now this is treasure. This stuff we can sell. It doesn't have any common use, it just sells for gold. Now, if you're part of that monthly club, this would be unlocked to you as well. So, because, of course, club rewards, and that's pretty much it. That's the base of the game. I know, it's like, what? That's it? That's kind of dumb. To me, I found a lot of enjoyment out of this. I kill a lot of time in this game. A lot. But yeah, just collecting loot and it kind of being like a smaller type of strategy RPG, and even the little stories with Melvin are kind of cute because, you know, the pizza girl comes by and of course she's like, oh, it's got a little crush on her, and then, you know, that's the reason why pizza's here. That, and if you ever plays D&D, of course you order pizza for the guys. You get hungry when you're playing games. As you go on, more stuff gets unlocked, better loot, and then strategies. Like, some monsters might have a lot of armor cards, so you want to position your guys to where one's like antagonizing him from the front, so he's always has to flip your character around to face him, while you can sneak someone to the back and have unleash all these brutal cards. That's if you were to get those attack cards. Like if I were to get him and he got these Mighty Strike cards, that would have been very helpful. So that has 14 damage. I think this is like the strongest card I got in my arsenal. Alright, well, you know, besides that, that's pretty much it, guys. Each class has their own route, so she can equip 2 staffs and 4 magical items, a robe and boots, no shield. You can equip 3 weapons, a shield, boots, armor. She can equip divine armor. It's really cool. It's like, it has a little bit of depth to it, considering if it's a free-to-play browser-based game. Guys, give it a try. I'll put a description below. It's basically it's called Card Hunters. If I forgot to say that at the beginning, that's kind of sad. So yeah, we'll go ahead and take all and continue. Stafford's Kitchen, it'll give you another rundown, and you go into the next battle. This goes up to 3 times. If you die, it gives you 2 more tries, and if you just want to quit, you just go ahead and do that. But if you want to try it again, you can actually spend gold to try it again. It doesn't force you to use pizza slices, which is cool. Just that some of the quests are locked behind a paywall, like pizza slices, but they're not necessary. You don't necessarily have to do them to advance the story. So that's cool. Just as long as you don't unlock it from the whole story campaign, that's great. That's fine. If you want to do the side quests and make us pay for them, that's okay. That's that seems understandable to me. You know, so I can go back and modify my party, return to the map. If I leave here, of course, I cancel the quest, and I won't get to it. Now, if I were to finish this quest, it gets locked for a day, so I can't be able to do that with, like, let's say another party and try it again. But again, guys, give it a try, and it will run you. It holds your hand through a couple of the quests, but you will get the gist of it. But I know it's been out for a while, and I just want to make this game apparent to people that haven't seen it yet. And I know I wanted to celebrate New Year's with you guys. I didn't want to do the whole New Year special thing, but I just couldn't. It wasn't in the books. Well, let's have this year be a very good one. Let's hope it becomes better than the last year. Last year was a good year for me and the channel. I appreciate you guys sticking with me. So, guys, thank you so much for joining your time with me. If you enjoyed or any questions about the game, please leave a comment below. Thank you so much. Join me next time. And as always, cheers, Happy New Year's. Oof. I wish I had one of those things that could blow. Or what? Yeah, that's exactly how the sound goes. Now, each person here takes one. I don't believe the dog has to eat, which is kind of crazy, but alright. So, of course, every day they're going to eat about 5 foods. So, this is going to last me about 6 days. But just, we want to stock up because as the days go on, people are going to get crazier and crazier and it's going to be harder. Let's go ahead and light a fire.